DJ Bobe here. Yeah, I know. I've already talked about it 2 times on my channel, but I gotta review it too. And let me tell you, Spider-Man No Way Home is the best Spider-Man movie so far. I can't say ever because they keep coming out with them, so there might be a better one. But that's part of the reason why I thought the trilogy is so good, because they keep getting better and better, and like it doesn't seem to be letting up. I'm not gonna talk about that too much. I want to talk about the movie. I want to talk about like what's going on in the movie now. Like, I know I talked about my little conspiracy theories or whatever, fan theories, whatever you want to call them. But um, the movie is great. Like I said, like this is the best trilogy because like it every single one before it was like my favorite, except for Into Spider Verse. I already said that was my favorite for this one, but like as far as live action, they're all my favorite. Like the MCU Spider-Man movies are all my favorite. Like they're better than the Tobys. They're better than the Garfield. I remembered his last name. They're better than all of them, and it definitely has to do with like them tying in all the other universes, but they did it so well. Like they did it like correctly. They did it like, you remember whenever Deadpool came out and everybody was like, it's perfect. It's perfect. This is perfect Spider-Man. This is like the perfect Spider-Man movie. It feels super short. The movie feels super short in my opinion, although it's super long. It's kind of super long. It's 2 hour and 35 minutes, I think. Uh, yeah, 2 hours and 28 minutes. Whatever. It was close enough. Anyways, it's pretty long, but like, yeah, it ties in all the other universes, but it does it perfectly. That's what I mean. Like, does it just like Deadpool did it perfectly, and they didn't get a thing wrong. Like, they made everything better, like way better. Um, like like Green Goblin, I, they destroyed his helmet thing, and he comes back and he has his his raggedy whatever hoodie that he was wearing, and he deceives them all, and he's wearing like his his more comic booky type costume now, and it was so epic. And on top of that, the fight that they had, oh yeah, super epic. Um, Spoilers. Uh, if you're I already spoiled a lot. I'll put spoilers in the description box or something. But yeah, uh, major spoilers. So moving along though, because I want to talk about like everything that I like, because there was so much that I like that people just are glazing over. Like that fight scene with Green Goblin was awesome, but that's not the only cool fight scene. There's lots of awesome fights in this movie. You have Iron Spider versus Doc Ock. That was super awesome and super epic. It like Okay. Um, like, then you have Doctor Strange for Spider-Man. That was super epic. Even though I think Doctor Strange should have had the upper hand, but whatever. Let's see. There's just so many cool fights. So many cool fights. Like at the end, whenever he's fighting Green Goblin again, and okay, so this is something that nobody else is talking about. At the end, whenever uh, uh, Tom Holland, I know everybody's names now. Tom Holland Spider Man was like getting ready to permanently end Green Goblin, um, and Toby Maguire comes in and he stops him. Uh, I just thought it was so poetic because that's how Green Goblin died in the first place. You know what I mean? Like Tom Holland Spider Man was gonna kill him on purpose with the glider, but in Tobey Maguire's universe, that's what drove his best friend to hate him and become the new Goblin or whatever he became. So it was very poetic, and you know, and he didn't have to say anything. It was a very awesome moment. There was a lot of good scenes. Uh, of course, Aunt May's scene. Um, so at first, watching it back a couple times, I thought it was odd that they were trying to play it off like she was not hurt so long, and then she finally they reveal she's hurt. I thought it was weird because like how could she be standing bleeding out so long without knowing it or whatever, and still be good. Like maybe it was not that bad of a wound, but she was bleeding out, but she didn't know about it. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know. I don't know a lot about bleeding out. I'm not like a doctor or anything, but uh, I do know a little bit about like how scary it can be because you know I've my mom was on dialysis and I've had to. She had an artificial vein in her forearm that I'd have to poke with needles, and if you didn't get you know to stop bleeding, she could bleed out or whatever. And we had a couple scary moments with that before she passed away. And I'm like she explained to me how bleeding out kind of works. Like she was telling me like whenever she's on the dialysis machine, like she needs someone there with her because like uh, she won't like know herself. Like if she's going to sleep or something, um, because like it doesn't feel like bleeding out. Whenever you bleed out, there's a sense of I guess euphoria or something that goes over you, and you can't feel it, or it feels weird or something like that, and you don't understand what's going on or whatever. So I think that's what was going on in the scene. Not to bring you to be too melancholy, but the scene was, a super, good death scene. Very good death scene. Um, and And man, it, okay, but on top of that, this movie just let Green Goblin be the ultimate villain, the super ultimate villain in this movie. Like he almost MJ almost crashes the ground because of him. Because Spider-Man was going after her, and you know Green Goblin rammed into him and with his glider, and they flew off in another direction, and Andrew Garfield caught her, and they let him be the person to get Aunt May to go pass away. Rest in peace, Aunt May. Yeah, I think they just really did Green Goblin super perfectly in this movie. And Doc Ock was super great. All the bad guys were super good. Um, I felt like they should have done more with the lizard. Uh, yeah, but it is what it is. I'm looking forward to the next one. That's for sure.